What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Heart to Heart with Brooklyn. So, this week on Friday is the magical day of love, aka Valentine's Day. So, of course, this week we have to talk about love. JK. Actually, what we're going to talk about is that thing that you've been brainwashed to think is love. So, on this week's episode, we are talking about toxic relationships, because some of y'all definitely know that you're involved in one. So, a lot of people don't know, toxic relationship is one of those relationships that you might not even think that you're in, but it's one that's definitely damaging to not only you, but it can be damaging to the other person as well, but you just might not know that you're in it. And granted, we're all victims of this. I'm a victim of it. I've been in multiple toxic relationships. So I feel like at this point, I became an expert on to be able to differentiate which one is toxic. But at the same time, maybe I'm not an expert because I keep getting in toxic relationships. Never mind. Anyways, I'm able to identify some toxic traits, at least that I went through, as well as the internet. And I get to tell you guys them today. So at least you guys have a little, perspective and maybe be able to judge your relationships and at least maybe be able to end them before Valentine's Day so you don't have to buy that gift. Toxic trait number 1, can't even say this word. Manipulation. Yes. So that is when someone has you thinking one thing, however, that's not really how it is. So I've been in this. I've been manipulated multiple times of thinking that I was in the wrong when really I wasn't. So it makes you feel super bad, has you just constantly apologizing, things like that, when really what they did was they flipped the script. They flipped the script to make it seem like you were the problem or that you were the crazy one. Girl, you weren't crazy. He's the crazy one or she's the crazy one. I promise you, it was not you. If you really think about it, probably was not you, okay? Now in some instances, it might have been you. But in manipulation scenarios, it's not you. What they do is they flip the script to make you feel bad and make you feel like you were the problem. And that is very damaging to not only your self-esteem, your self-worth, everything. It just makes you feel terrible. So that's something that is red flag number 1. When you see that, throw the flag, man. Throw it, because you gotta get out. So number 2 is when you're constantly apologizing for things that you didn't do. Now, this is seen a lot in manipulation, but of course, there's a lot of incidents where you're manipulated so much that you are constantly apologizing. If you see yourself constantly apologizing over and over and over for mainly the same thing or anything like that, that can form a toxic relationship, because if you can't get past something, then how do you expect to move forward? So number 3 is if your significant other or a man you're talking to, girl you're talking to, whatever, only hits you up in the DMs, but has your phone number, but doesn't text you, red flag. You know that's a red flag. If someone has your number, yet refuses to text you, but DMs you, the only reason they're doing that is because they don't want someone seeing that message in their phone. That's my opinion. Now, granted, there's some scenarios where maybe that might not be right. However, 99.9% of the time, that's what it is. If they only hit you in the DMs, that's why. They don't want someone else seeing a text from you. And most likely, it's their real significant other. 4, lies. If all they do is constantly lie, you gotta cut that. He's not Remy. He's not Rennie at all. Why are you always lying? For what? Why? What do you have to hide? It makes you feel like you're sneaky. Relationships are built off trust. If you're constantly lying to me, then you're putting me in a toxic environment, and I don't need to be in a toxic environment. I need to be in a loving environment. Number 5, this one right here is real important. If you are unsure on what you are, then girl, take that as a sign. Sir, take that as a sign. If you do not know the status of your relationship, take that as a sign. If you ask, what is the status of y'all's relationship, and they don't answer, or they beat around the bush, take that as a sign. Put them shoes on and go. I know people are really in this, we don't need labels. We don't need none of that. Oh, well, we just gonna do this. We just chilling. No! Number 6 is if the relationship is only one-sided. If you see yourself doing a lot, putting in 110%, and your significant other is only giving you about 10, girl, boy, dip, baby, dip. Relationship should be 50-50. Actually, no, it should be 110 and 110, in my opinion. Yo, I just realized that I look definitely just like The Rock. Anyways, let's continue. But no, it's a backhanded compliment. Backhand compliment. Number 8 is if they are all talk. People love just to chat. Just chat. But they ain't talking about nothing. Do you have a talk show? No. So why are you talking this much? I can talk that much because I actually have a talk show. But why are you talking this much if you don't have a talk show? Why? Why are you talking this much? You say you're gonna do one thing and you don't. You say you're gonna get better, but you don't. I shouldn't constantly have to tell you over and over and over to do something or to be better. Like, for instance, if you're a terrible texter and if I call you out on it, that you're an awful texter, and that it would really make me feel a lot better if you were better at it. And if you actually put in some effort to try to text me back. And you don't. And I've mentioned that multiple times. And you're like, I will. It is not that hard to send a text. It's not. I understand we get distracted and I'm not the best texter either. But come on, baby. Put some effort. Let me at least see you try. Instead of 2 texts, can I at least get 3? Like, come on. 9. If you are unhappy, that shows that you're in a toxic relationship. If you never feel like you can do anything right, if you always constantly are worried about how they feel and walking on eggshells about expressing yourself to another person, or just simply just telling them how you feel about things, you're in a toxic relationship. You need to get out of that. You should always feel comfortable talking to your significant other about how you feel. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, then you need to leave. Now we're at 10. If you lower your standards, your high standards for a person, you're toxic. If you see yourself constantly lowering your standards, it's a problem. There are too many great people out here, great guys. You see it on Twitter, you see it on Instagram. Great girls and guys out here who will treat you like the true queen, king that you are, that you do not have to sit here and worry about boo-boo the fool over here. You do not need to worry about him or her. Boo-boo the fool, boo-betta the fool, okay? You don't need to worry about them, okay? You don't, because they're not worth it. There is someone out there that's gonna do better. And that also brings me back to, it lowers your self-esteem, that you feel like, oh, okay, this is the only person that's gonna love me or make me feel like, that's gonna treat me this way or whatever. But no! Baby! You are a 10. You are a 10, okay? There are people out there that would treat you so much better. Stop settling for some futures when you could get a Russell. There's Russells out here. And you're over here messing with future? Future? Come on now. Don't be stupid like Lori Harvey, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? You deserve the best. And you know you deserve the best. So believe in yourself. Have some confidence. You know you can do it. So get out of that relationship. All right, guys. So that wraps it up. But let's have our heart-to-heart moment real quick. If you're in a toxic relationship, if anything that I said sparked some, light bulbs in this noggin, you know what to do. Get out! Out! Get out, get out, get out. It's time to go and go. It's time to go. Oh, it's time to get out and watch me great. Get down. Get out, get out, get out. All right, guys. So that's all that I have today for you guys. Please make sure that you watch, subscribe, tell your friends, follow me on all social media accounts, of course, and stay tuned for this week because I actually have a surprise for y'all on Valentine's Day. So stay tuned. See you soon. Peace out, Girl Scouts.